Doing again. This is another video for today. Now, this one ain't gonna be too long either, so I'm gonna try to keep this short. I don't know what's making you guys click off the video so fast, but if you could let me know, that'd be much appreciated. But I'm gonna just hurry up and get this started. So what we got today is we got a politician by the name of Anna Paulina Luna, and we have Tory Lanez's father. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys heard that this guy got poked up in penitentiary and he barely survived it. Now, the interesting about this case is I actually started doing some digging, and I started watching some interviews. And my first thing came to mind is, all right, why is this interview being brung up again, and why are they talking about this guy? I'm gonna just play a little clip for you guys, and just to let you know where the situation's at.
Where in her own documentary, again, she talks about that interview and admits she may not have been entirely truthful. Let's take a look at this.
Yes, bitch, I lied to Gayle King, bitch. First of all, I didn't know that bitch was even gonna ask me about that shit. Bitch, I always want to talk about this shooting. Why'd you ask me about fucking Tory? That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I fucked once, maybe twice on a drunk night. Bitch, you kept catching me out of my fucking mind.
Now, I don't think you need to be a conspiracy theorist, Representative Luna, to see there's a lot of inconsistency going on here. She denied to Gayle King that there was any relationship with Tory. She then admits that there had been, that she lied. She doesn't admit to lying about the circumstances of the shooting, but certainly this goes to the heart of her veracity. Why have you taken up this case?
Well, first of all, Piers, thank you so much for having us on to discuss this. And I just want to applaud you and your outlet for actually being able to showcase some of the facts here. Look, I don't have any connections to the rap industry, Mr. West, Mr. Brown. The only people that I really know involved in this are Miss Amber Rose, who actually initially flagged this for me and connected me with Tory's attorney. And when I looked at the evidence, and remember, I'm a member of House Oversight and Accountability, and I actually am the chairwoman of the task force that conducts investigations, most notably into the assassination of John F. Kennedy. So I'm all about the facts. And what I can tell you is that the evidence in this case overwhelmingly speaks to the fact that Mr. Lanez is
That's commercial, guys. Please bear with me.
actually being incarcerated, I would say, as an innocent man. And what I can tell you is, even to your question on what happened with who indeed may have pulled the trigger and, allegedly shot Megan Thee Stallion. Look, I don't know Miss Stallion, but what I can tell you is that the evidence says that there are no bullet fragments and that there are x-rays that the legal team, Mr. Lanez's team, actually has that we'll be presenting. What I can also tell you is based on the evidence that I've seen, again, that number 0.01% DNA match, alleging that it's Mr. Lanez, when in actuality, they actually did not choose to test the other 4 individuals there. No fingerprints found on the magazine. By already arguable case, if this was a murder trial, he would actually be acquitted because there is no evidence. And so what I will tell you is, one of the things that people ask is, well, why are you getting involved as a federal representative when this is a California state? He's not from, Florida here, or he's not represented by a Florida member of Congress. What purview do you have? And what I will say, Pierce, is that I have a platform and I have the ability on a federal level to impact prison reform. And what I can tell you is everything in this case, I don't believe that he was actually given due process. I believe it was a stacked trial. I believe the evidence speaks for itself. And I am willing to actually cross party lines to work with the Democrats to secure pardon from Governor Newsom's office. And we're currently in the process of setting up talks with Governor Newsom. I do think that he is going to do the right thing. I think that the evidence speaks for itself. I didn't know that Drake had posted that petition, but what I will tell you is that was the right thing for him to do. And I hope more women specifically in the rap community can come forward and speak to this truth, because as you heard from Ms. Stallion herself, she admitted to lying to Gayle King. What I will also tell you is I'm also have been informed that there's actually ring footage, and that will likely also be released here pretty soon. I know we are helping to put the evidence out there to the American people. But I do believe that this is really a terrible case, and what was done to this family is unacceptable. And I will be continuing to push for his full pardon. I think that people owe them an apology. And furthermore, I'd like to finally say this, that I actually spoke to Mr. Lanez on the phone. in prison yesterday, actually. And he is actually going to get very involved in criminal justice reform to ensure that this doesn't happen to other people, because in his case, he has an incredible family supporting him. He has the financial backing to fight this, but many people don't. And so that's where we are going to continue to champ these causes at the federal level, even all the way to the White House and in Washington, D.C.
Now, I fucks with her. I like that. Because a lot of us ask the questions, all right, why is she doing this? Is this politically motivated? Is she trying to make Donald Trump look good? And honestly, it might not be that. It might just be that this guy cares. And I've been watching him over the years of his son being incarcerated, and he just care about his son, man. Like, there's proof of it. He's there. He's speaking. He's not going to give up fighting for his boy. Now, the crazy part is people don't look into this crazy, narrative, and this is how the story really came about. I was looking at Complex, and I'm going to scroll through this with you guys. But basically, I read up on this, and it's going to say the same thing, how she got the craze. It's basically, what's her name? Amber Rose. There we go. Amber Rose is the one who brought this to her attention, and I feel like that's what's up. A lot of people talk shit about doing the right thing. I don't know if this is politically motivated, but shout out to him for surviving, man, and I just hope he gets justice, because we all been arguing about this. I don't know about all of us, but some of us been arguing about this, and it's key facts that we need to look at this again, because there was no DNA evidence, and now she brought up the Ring camera, which I think is very interesting. And at this point, it's like, it's just come home at this point. If a DNA on the gun and it ain't him, and he ain't no gun residue, man, this is just a clear cut of misjustice, and I'm pretty sure we all sick and tired of seeing this. I'm not trying to jump on a Tory Lanez bandwagon or whatever, but I mean, right is right, wrong is wrong, and that's just how I live my life. Like, I did listen to his music, but at a certain point, man, when politicians is getting involved, that's how you know shit is corrupted. No Diddy. So I'm gonna let that rock out. Thanks for watching. I hope this wasn't too long, and I hope you stuck around. You just watched for 2 seconds, because I'm wondering why I don't know, maybe it's the thumbnails. Like, let me know if y'all just fuck with the thumbnails, because I am an artist. I'm learning to try to be. Thanks, guys, for rocking with me. Appreciate you.